Good day, mathematicians. I am Gabriel and Bimunar, and for today I will be discussing about derivatives. But first, what is a derivative? A derivative is basically the instantaneous rate of change. Another is that a derivative is the amount by which a function is changing at one given point. What are the various applications of derivatives? In calculus, specifically in derivatives, it is essential, especially when we study physics, whenever it talks about how fast a thing accelerates. Derivatives are also helpful in business because it helps in knowing the profit on how is their business is doing based on the different rates. Why do we need to study derivatives? Derivatives can make calculations of anything with respect to another event or thing. We need to study derivatives because it greatly helps in different fields. And in derivatives, we know how fast or slow something goes. Example would be in economics. In economics, derivatives is important because us people need to see if we are developing or not. So, based on the rate of change in economics, we can see how the economic growth is developing or how is not developing. And for the last question, what mathematical skills are needed in order to solve derivative problems correctly and more efficiently? Analysis is a huge factor in solving for derivatives because first, we need to understand the question. We don't only read through the question, we should understand and we need to analyze the question first. Another is comprehension. Comprehension is also a factor that greatly affects whenever we solve derivatives because we should not again only read through the problem but also comprehend what the problem is stating. Another is, I think, important because we should not only analyze or understand, but we also need to visualize. We need to visualize because whenever we analyze a problem, we should also try to visualize or simply draw the problem for it to be more understandable. Another is, and the last is, we need to have a prior knowledge in algebra and trigonometry because these two um these two courses is the foundation of calculus and in especially in solving for derivatives. The problem that was given to me is about shadow length. So the problem goes, a man 6 feet tall walks at a rate of 5 feet per second away from a light that is 15 feet above the ground. When he is 10 feet from the base of the light, at what rate is the top of his shadow moving? Hint, illustrate, and the knowledge of similar triangles may apply.
In this problem, we should first illustrate. As you can see here, I drew a man 6 feet tall, and this is the light which is 15 feet above the ground. As you can see, this figure looks like a right triangle. So, I wrote a right triangle here for it to be more mathematically understandable. So, in here is the 6 feet tall man and the 6 feet above the ground light. And in here it was said that the man is 10 feet away from the bottom of the light. And I represented this as 10, and this is X and Y, and this I represented as L. As you can see, they are proportional or similar triangles. So in here, I wrote y over 6 equal to x plus y over 15. I cross multiplied this two and I got the answer y is equal to 2/3 x. Since they are proportional, this y over 6 came from y and this 6 here, the small triangle, and x plus y all over 15 came from the bigger triangle. And here, as you can see, we are getting L. And L is equal to x plus 2/3 x. Y. X is this plus 2/3, which is the equivalent of y, which is 2/3 x. So we add them up and we end up with 5/3x. The last thing that we should do is we get the derivative of L in terms of t. It will be dl dt equal to 5/3 dx dt. dx dt is 5 feet per second based on the given. So we will be ending up with 25/3 feet per second. Why 25/3? Because we multiplied 5/3 to 5. To infer this problem, the rate of the top of the man's shadow moving is 25/3 feet per second.
Well, basically, that's how you solve a derivative problem in terms of shadow length. Isn't that easy? I hope that you really learned something, and I hope that you like and subscribe to our channel and stay tuned for more videos. I am again Gab Monar from 3MM, and this is my calculus video.